guys, we have to talk about it.
What the
You
fuck
don't
is
know
it?
what you don't know what it is?
No.
Brant, you should know because St. Thomas Eagles legend Kevin goddamn Biggio got his jersey number retired by his high school the past couple of days ago.
This was perfect because it just knocks Nate out of the Zoom call.
Yeah,
and then I can just win the debate.
This is great.
Perfect way to start this, Connor. Thank you.
Yeah. So
I am glad you brought this up though. Sorry, Nate. We will get to the actual news that matters in a second.
But congrats.
But can we talk about Kevin Biggio's haircut for a second?
Dude,
no.
It's rough. It's rough, man.
There's so many good barbers on the planet. So
the
many.
Jays have a good barber.
The Jays have a pretty good barber. Why has nobody shown Kevin one? This guy gets his haircut the same place Nate does, for fuck's sakes. It's bad.
Him, Nate, and Alec Manoah all have the same.
I've just seen the hair.
Oh,
how's the hair looking? Is it still like full 90 degree or is
it's better, but it's still a full 90 degree.
So yes, bad. Congratulations to one St. Thomas Eagles legend Kevin Biggio. Did you know who he wore 23? Because I figured that out today or a couple days ago. But
yes, well, last year was a year of Cav. Welcome back to the Flight Deck podcast.
Yeah, I mainly opened that just to piss off Nate.
That's real funny. I honestly forgot that happened. I think I quote tweeted it myself. I definitely quote tweeted.
I didn't even know what happened.
Because the barber
couldn't care.
It's important stuff, Nate. The people care.
Yeah.
Well, we might as well go right into this debate.
You know what? I think the people gave a more positive reaction to that than they did to fucking Justin Turner for some reason.
Yeah.
I got a lot to say. I know Nate wants to talk, but I got a lot to say about this whole fucking thing.
The Blue Jays, we'll just get out of the way. The Blue Jays signed Justin Turner to a $13 million deal with $1.5 million in bonuses. Nate, take the floor.
No, Brant's got a lot to say. I want to hear what he's got to say.
I want to hear Nate say all the positive things first so that I can latch on. Go ahead, Nate. Tell me about how much you love him.
I have loved Justin Turner forever. Like since he came up with since he came to the Dodgers, I guess, and like turned it on. I've found him amazing to watch. I love his swing. Solid defensive player. Just like stalwart. Is that even a word? Is that the right word?
I think.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
We know what you're saying.
In the middle of the Dodgers lineup for what, 7 years, 8 years, however many, like he carried that team. Amazing baseball player. I love him. I wanted him, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago when he first hit the market.
He also mentioned it on 7 straight podcasts.
Yeah.
And at you know what? The deadline last year, you were all over it. This is not a new thought process.
I love Justin Turner. I 100% am planning to get a Justin Turner jersey. Like, let's fucking go.
He's gonna take number 2, or you think he's going 10?
Wasn't he 13 in LA?
He was 13 in LA. He was 2.
I'm looking at a picture of him wearing a Dodgers jersey that has 10 on it.
Where was he? Was he ever 13?
I thought he was 13. I don't know.
He's your favorite player. Shit, he wore 2 in
You should know this.
He wore 2 in Boston.
I really don't care what number he wears.
Oh, why is it say? Oh, he was a Met. I forgot he was a Met.
He's a Met, yeah. And who wore 2 as a Met?
Fuck.
I'm pretty
sure. Sorry, let me just.
He never wore 13. We're just talking out of our asses here.
Okay. Anyways, I think it's a great signing.
Sorry.
I hope this isn't it. And I like this signing a lot more if he's playing third base, to be honest with you. Not 162 games, like maybe 100. DH is 30, 40. He's going to obviously need time off. But like he had almost an 800 OPS. And I forget who I was listening to, and they had a Red Sox analyst on. And he said like the last 2 months he was playing on an injured foot. And he was almost a 900 before that. Like 96 RBIs last year, I want to say. 26 homers, 24 homers, 23. He basically would have been a top 2 offensive contributor on the Jays in every statistical category.
Yeah, I have the breakdown for Justin Turner. His first 10 games last year, he batted 189, 326 on base, and a 216 slug. No home runs, 2 RBI. The next 124, 292, 357, 498, 23 home runs, and 92 RBI. And then the last 12 is 178, 229, 200, and no home runs, 2 RBI. But
they're sleeping on him in the projections. I think one I heard was like 14, 16 or 14
like 14 to
bombs,
16.
60 some odd RBIs. Like I think this is a better outlook than Brandon Belt coming into last year.
For sure.
He's better than Matt Chapman was last year, or offensively, not defensively. But
I think if you can get your average out of Justin Turner, he will be what Brandon Belt was last year. I think on average, he has the ability to be what Brandon Belt was.
100%.
With maybe a little more pop. And a little more versatility, honestly.
Yeah.
And I would think more speed. I don't know if Turner's
I don't know.
the fleetest of foot, but I think he's faster than Brandon Belt.
From everything I've heard, he's like one of the best clubhouse guys. Like, first day on the Red Sox, walked into the clubhouse, it was his clubhouse.
There's a reason Red Sox fans are upset that he's gone.
I'm willing to bet you that is exactly what happens first day he walks into Toronto too. And we kind of needed that.
Yeah.
George really hasn't been that guy. We haven't. Semyon was. Since he left, we haven't really had that guy. Like,
no.
I think it's an amazing move. Like I said, I like it a lot more if he's playing the bulk of his games at third base and we're still going for another bat. I don't really love him in the 4-hole, which is kind of the slot he's projected to be in.
Possibly. There's other options that could work.
I like him 2 or 3, honestly.
Yeah.
In this lineup.
I was going to bring this up. Just have him and Bo just
swap. You could swap Bo down to 4.
Bo is a cleanup hitter.
You could move George to 4 and have Kiermaier lead off. Like, there's so many things you could do.
With the way these guys hit, I would much rather have Vladdy hit 4 out of the 4 of those guys. But we saw what Vladdy was last year without protection. I think you need to give him some protection.
Yeah. I think you keep Vlad at 3 and you put either George or Bo behind him.
Yeah.
I think there's many ways you can do it.
Now,
the instant reaction to this from Blue Jays fans is the most ridiculous fucking thing I have ever seen on this fucking fan base.
I woke up to everybody acting like the sky was falling, and I'm like, yeah,
holy shit! Like,
we've chose rational thinking.
You cried for 2 months about how we did nothing. Then we kind of did nothing by signing IKF and Kevin Kiermaier. Then you got a guy. He's not a guy, but he's a guy that can do a job. We still have a month until fucking spring training happens. The lineup is not set yet. The season's not done.
He was the team MVP on the Red Sox last year on a team that has Rafi Devers, who's supposed to be a guy.
Yes.
They had Yoshida, who came in and had a very good first year. You got Trevor Story. Cassis wasn't up all year. Maybe would have challenged them for that. But, they got some guys in that lineup.
He would have been statistically, I think it was our second best hitter last year. Yes, he's old. He's 39.
OPS. No?
Yeah. He would have been our second best hitter at 39 years old. We are not bringing in a guy that's going to make this lineup worse. Can he play third base every day? I don't know. My issue, springing from this whole fucking thing, is the day started with Jorge Polanco, or ended the day before with Jorge Polanco getting shipped to Seattle. And people went nuts about that, saying the Jays should have been on that. The fucking differences in Jorge Polanco and Justin Turner are so fucking minimal. It's ridiculous. Their games played were night and day different. Like, Justin Turner actually stayed on the field for the entire year, so age didn't mean a fucking thing. He had a better average, better on base, better slugging percentage, higher OPS. They were separated by 1 point in OPS plus.
But Brandy bats left-handed sometimes.
Fantastic.
He's a switch hitter. I do like that aspect.
Fantastic. You had to give up pieces for him.
Exactly.
Seattle had to give up their.
They gave up, regardless of what they were, they gave up 4 pieces for him.
2 major league players, one player that's like a top 5 prospect in their system for a year of Jorge Polanco.
Yes. You know what we gave up for Justin Turner?
Money.
Rogers has already made it back since we started this conversation. Like, it does not matter what we gave up in that. And we got a very similar player who can actually play third base. You know how many games Jorge Polanco has played at third base in his career?
It's like less than 10.
No, a little more, but
20 to 30, I'd say.
24.
And
Do you know how many games Justin Turner has played at third base in the last 2 years?
Like
73.
Okay.
Do you know how many Kevin Biggio has played over the course of his career at third base?
Too many.
76. So if you think Jorge Polanco was going to be the guy that was the answer, but you're pissed off that Justin Turner's the guy here, you're fucking stupid. I'm so sick of reading that online right now.
I think honestly he could have got more run at third or second or first in Boston, but Raffy Devers is there. Raffy's not DHing.
Cassis.
When Cassis came up, he's not playing first. And I forget who they kind of platooned through second base, but they didn't really have a guy to DH. And you might as well put the defense there when you can afford, like when you don't have a bat that makes sense to DH.
Yeah. I don't think they wanted to put 38 or 39-year-old Justin Turner at second base consistently. No. So that's fair. Like,
I think he can play the corners perfectly fine for you. And if something, and if somehow one of these young guys comes up and catches lightning in a bottle and it's Parmigiani, who's a corner guy, then you can throw him at third, and Justin Turner isn't going to kill you at second base.
No.
And he can DH.
He
can play first.
Kill you at third base.
No, exactly.
He's a serviceable third baseman at worst.
Well, everyone's saying he didn't play third last year. No shit. Fantastic. Look at who the fucking third baseman they have was.
That's like saying George Springer didn't play center field last year.
It's like, yeah, no shit. Do you see who they have?
We have two better center fielders. It is what it is, man.
Well, if he was hurt, like this Red Sox guy said down the stretch for 2 months,
right?
You're not going to play him in the field.
No, doesn't make sense, anyways.
And he was still producing majority of that time.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. I think he's kind of been a guy through this second half of his career, like the resurgence time, who will post even if he's hurt. And that's valuable because he's posting and he's still producing. Maybe not at the same level, but him producing one step down is probably better than our other options producing at their full level.
Fun fact, Justin Turner also has an ERA of 0. Pitched an inning, didn't give up a run.
I hate you. Shut up.
Shohei who? Yeah, I don't know. This whole the whole day yesterday from start to finish was the most blood boiling day of Twitter I've had in so long. Just because the amount of people getting worked up. I don't even want to move on yet. I was going to try and transition, but I'm not even ready to do that yet.
I'm looking at some of these stats. You can't even say that he's like that old really. His max exit velocity and his average exit velocity have dipped like half a mile an hour in the last 3 years. And his hard hit rate is still above 30. His hard hit rate last year was 39%.
Yeah.
I forget. I was listening to a bunch of podcasts. I forget who said it, but somebody's like, might have been Blair and Barker. And I think it was Barker said, like, he pulls the ball. He made his money doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He made a concerted effort to raise his launch angle and resurge his career. But he's also a guy who can shoot one the other way in a tough at bat through the hole.
I have his pull percentage. I have his splits from hitting.
Go ahead, because mine's a little off topic.
Opposite field was 26.4%. Center was 32.6%. 41% pull percentage.
He pulls the ball.
That's all we need.
You know what else he does? I looked this up today because I wanted to know.
On that, like, he literally had a career resurgence. He has a kind of a similar swing to Bo, like big
protects the plate well
and everything. I think he could help him. I think he can help Vladdy, man. Like, look at how he turned his career around. Like, you're telling me if I'm Vladdy in spring training, I'm going to him. I'm hitting in his group. I am following him around like a lost puppy.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just lots to be had there off the field as well as on the field. It just makes no sense. What was our biggest issue last year, gentlemen?
Home runs. Driving runners in.
That's the one I'm looking for.
And clutch.
Hitting with runners in scoring position did not happen. Justin Turner last year with runners in scoring position had 148 at-bats. He hit 338, had 9 homers, 4 doubles. You know what he didn't do one single time with a runner in scoring position? Not once.
Into a double play?
Yeah, not one single time.
In those 100 and how many ever at-bats, Brent?
148.
He struck out 27 times.
Yes.
You know who did that in the first month of the season? Matt
Everyone
fucking
on the
Chapman.
goddamn team.
Very true.
Every
Specifically-
single player.
Specifically Matt Chapman.
You know, like we talked about it last year about some of these guys coming in having professional approaches and looking like professional baseball players. That is 100% Justin Turner. I don't care whether you like hearing it or not. That is exactly what he does. He's going to go up there. He's going to battle. He's going to give you a professional at bat, and he's going to make pitchers work hard.
And also, look at his beard. Vibes.
When's the last time we've had a ginger on the Jays?
You're telling me that, dude, the infield potentially could have some of the sickest like flow and or other shit, because we got Justin Turner's flow and beard, Bo's flow, Davis Schneider with the mustache, and Vlad with the dread. Well, we're going, and then you just have generic middle America white guys in the outfield.
Yeah, we got Jano behind the plate.
You got Jano, like
I want to touch on what you said though, Brant. Like people were outraged. I think the outrage kind of stemmed from the fact that Belly and JD are still out there.
Fun fact.
This kept them under the next luxury tax threshold too, which I think isn't insignificant. They've never spent over. Is this putting them into the luxury tax or over the first threshold? I'm not sure which one.
Where we're at.
But they've never spent to this level, is my point.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't think they're done.
No.
And I think people think this takes them out on those guys, and I don't think it should.
No,
if
fun
anything,
fact. You did mention that the two of them were still there when they signed Turner. Fun fact, they're still there now. They're not signed. They didn't automatically go elsewhere because we got Justin Turner. You can still make the lineup work if you sign one of them.
I think it takes out one person, and I think it takes out JD.
I don't know if it does.
So.
It
doesn't have to. We are a franchise that ran Jose Bautista and Edwin Encarnacion out at third base for 2 seasons fucking straight.
Yeah,
Edwin got the nickname E6 or E5.
E5 Edwin. Yeah, they could also, if we just keep rallying here, if you do sign JD, he becomes the everyday DH. You put Justin Turner on first, and you do the right thing, and you move Vlad over to third.
Yeah.
Make Vladdy third again.
That seems highly unlikely in this scenario, but
very.
No, but I think the move, if there's a move to be made there, it's the same situation, but with Belly going to first and JT DHing, and then you just move Vlad to third, anyways.
Yeah, but I think in that scenario, JT's playing third for you. Like, I get it. It's not him at third base isn't great defensively. We also have played Teoscar Hernandez, Lourdes Gurriel. Like, I could keep going with Edwin played first for a while too. Like, we ran out bad defenders at numerous positions for a long time.
We've had Vlad at first for 3 years.
We've had playoff teams in the most recent and very good teams in the most recent history that have had some of the worst defensive watches in our lifetime.
2022 was not a good team defensively.
21.
Man. Well, we didn't make the playoffs.
There wasn't a playoff.
No, okay, fine.
22, we made the playoffs and we could not play a lick of defense.
90 and okay, fine. We were in a 92 win team in 2021.
Man,
we missed the playoffs out of an act of God with Joe Panic, Jake Lamb, Kevin Biggio, and Santiago Espinal as our third baseman. Stop it.
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
You just make it work. Like, the offense he's bringing in is going to offset it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's the same thing we talked about before when we said about Vlad going to third. You brought in IKF for a reason. He's essentially a Gold Glover in like 3 infield positions. Like, he can go play third capably. If you have a ground ball guy on the mound and you need, like, whatever, if you want to play stellar defense for a day, it's nothing.
Late innings, man. Like, if you want to try and move stuff around, like, there's just so many ways to do it. Like, you can still go and make a big move. And I think one of the funnier things that came out of yesterday, Josh, the Jays fan, is that his handle? The guy that was tweeting out a lot of the quotes that were coming out. He first was tweeting out a bunch of stuff from Ben Nicholson-Smith. And Ben Nicholson-Smith said something to the point of he believes the Jays are done. When has Ben Nicholson-Smith ever reported something ever? Like, name me a time in Blue Jays history that it was just like first reported Ben Nicholson-Smith. Never. Like, I do not give a damn what Ben
Unless it
Nicholson
was
Smith
like
has to say. He
unless
has
it's like
no
call up.
insiders.
It's like call up news, which doesn't
Even
really,
then, he gets
like-
beat a lot.
Oh,
Like-
also to answer your earlier point, the collective bargaining tax doesn't actually start until 237 million this year. The Jays are currently at 212. So
Yes,
they
we're
have
well under the
so many
that.
they
millions in
have
there.
a you know who's been clamoring to make over 25 million a
Oh,
year and is still
Vladdy.
available?
No. Vladdy's gonna be part of that.
Good point.
Oh, yeah.
Rodriguez.
Okay, yeah. So that definitely puts them at least
The two of those probably put you a lot
Whatever.
closer.
Wait,
Someone's got to fund the Guardians and the A's. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, so they're barely, if anything, they're like a mill over right now.
Yeah.
Like give or take, depending on what Vlad wants. And gets.
Yes. Just go spend. They can. Those states still have the ability to make a move.
Wait.
Would
Yeah,
you
sorry.
rather watch last year's defensive all-star team
No.
or watch one of those offensive bashing teams?
I forgot that they won a team Gold Glove.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. They were
won
good.
a
They were
team
great
Gold Glove.
defensively. That's fantastic.
They were
Everyone
great
was miserable.
pitching.
Everyone was
like-
miserable.
Yeah. Like
Coming back to where I was, Josh also tweeted out quotes from Robert Murray.
yeah, dude, Jay's new favorite. Jay's
Yes.
fans' new favorite fucking
Yes.
reporter, Robert Murray.
Essentially said the exact opposite of what Ben Nicholson Smith said, and I trust him a hell of a lot. He said he doesn't believe the Jays are done. They're still talking to people. It may not be a signing, but there's the potential for a big signing. There's potential for trade, and there's potential for other moves.
While we're talking about trade,
Mm-hmm.
I've got a guy that I like. Left-handed hitter. Hits for
Juan Soto.
I'd say a really high average.
The last time I already know where you're going with this. And the
Can
last
play
time
second base.
the last time you said this about
Jose
a player
Altuve.
about a player
He's
that
not
you
left-handed.
liked, he came here six years later. So you enjoy Luis Ariz in the year 2030. Okay, you enjoy Luis Ariz in 2030.
There's no way you're gonna
He
say
came
Luis
this year.
Ariz.
Yeah, I am. I don't think he's going to cost you much. The Marlins aren't spending, man.
I know.
Comes in, he can
I
hit
know.
one. He can hit 1, 2, or 3 for you. He puts a lefty in the top of your lineup,
Mm-hmm.
and that's another guy who's going to hit 300 for you. Get him on base in front of Vladdy. Look at a lineup. Look at a lineup that goes.
Springer, Ariz, Bichette, Guerrero, Turner.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm trying so hard to get on board with Luis Ariz, but just the way he hits the ball is just annoying. I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
it.
Annoying to
100%.
watch
I hate it.
for opposing teams, not your
I know,
own.
but I'm not gonna love it either as a Jays fan when he just goes boom and just slaps it through the fucking little hole there. Like,
You know
it's
what
so
you're-
annoying.
Realistically, though,
But I will if it scores a run. So fuck.
Realistically, though, who else is really out there?
I don't know.
He comes in and he is an impact player, in my opinion.
A name brand like we all hate, but he's a German that plays in Minnesota.
And where does he fit?
Trevor Plouffe.
You DH him
German,
or you
yes.
fucking this is and I'm still going off of your assumption that Turner's playing third. You can DH him or you could DH George. Like
I like JD Martinez and Cody Bellinger a hell of a lot more than Max Kepler.
oh, I'm not.
I don't want
me
Max
too.
Kepler
Max
to come
Kepler,
in and DH.
German.
Yeah, Max
Yes.
German.
Oh.
Me too, dude. I'm just throwing names that are left-handed and can do a job. Like
At this point, if you're bringing in a lefty bat, I think you're bringing in probably. I think that I would still like to see two moves. I think you need to either bring in an infielder if Turner's your DH, or Brant. What the fuck is going on?
I'm mind blown by Max Kepler being German.
Yes,
that's
you either need to bring in a DH where you can kind of get a lefty fit, or you just bring in another good hitter, and I don't care. And then I think you sign some lefty power hitter off free agency that's an outfielder to come in off the bench, be your fourth outfielder. Actually, no, you don't need that. Doesn't make any sense because we already have too many lefties. You need a righty outfielder.
What if
There's actually still a sorry, Brent, but there's like a decent amount of lefties still available in free agency. Like
Okay, let's start. Who's number one?
Cody Bellinger, obviously.
Okay,
He retired. You could do the Brandon Belt reunion if you wanted.
No,
Like,
there's
That
nowhere to
doesn't
put
get
him
me
anymore.
excited. He's the same player as Justin Turner,
fine.
but Turner's better.
One player gets you excited. The rest of these can do a job. I'll say that. Eddie Rosario can do a job. Like,
Yeah, but I was thinking the lefty outfielder seems cool, but like we already have two. You want a guy to platoon with Kiermaier if need be.
yeah, the only like unless someone brought up the point, like unless Kiermaier is willing to just have his role be reduced, I don't see another outfielder like in the slightest.
I have a way.
So we're going to just run with 3 outfielders on our roster all
No,
season.
but what I'm saying, they're gonna do what they did last year and have fucking like Nathan Lucas and shit like that as their fourth option.
Okay, Brent.
I have a way to get
give me
another
half-
outfielder
Give me
high.
half a second. Yes, but I don't want Nathan Lucas. I want a power bat who can make an impact when.
With you, motherfucker. I'm just saying what's gonna happen.
Okay, give me the way.
What you put Kevin Biggio in left?
No.
Okay.
There is an option in the outfield that you could trade that has at least some value that could bring you back in infield power bat.
No, I already know where you're going. No, you're not trading your starting right fielder.
You could.
You're not.
Why
I
not?
don't think he's bringing you back an infield power bat.
If you're coupling him in a decent deal, you could get a good bat, probably
Who?
great bat back.
You can get your Willie
Who?
Thomas. No, shut up.
I haven't looked. I haven't done enough research to actually pull up a trade for
No,
you.
but
there's
just
going to be
saying,
a competing team that has a third baseman or a second baseman that has some pop that you can couple George with a couple mid prospects.
if they're a competing team, why are they taking on George's salary for a corner?
I'm not
infielder
saying
with
you're
pop?
losing salary in this either. Like you can also go get someone that has a stupid contract.
No, I know, but I'm genuinely trying to think of who. I'm not trying to push you on it. I'm just saying, like, I can't think of who.
Manny Machado?
I don't think so.
You don't believe the words you say.
I believe the words that come out of my mouth.
Okay, so what are you giving up to get Manny Machado?
I don't know. I'm not going through that work right now.
Goofy contract.
George Springer,
Mhm.
Ricky Tiedemann, Arjun Namala probably gets the conversation started.
Brent, the fact that you just had to do that tells you you're not willing.
No, I don't think the cost is that high.
I think the cost is that high.
I think San Diego's on.
Jorge Polanco just got 4 fucking people for a year.
Fair.
Manny Machado's on
You're
like
right.
what 8 years, 9
right.
years left.
They also want to shed everything. There's a difference there.
I think they've shed what they wanted to shed. They've stopped
And
making moves.
If anything, they're shedding like a Ha-Sung Kim. They're not shedding Manny fucking Machado.
And I don't think that team, they're probably not a playoff team this year, but like they were a playoff. They should have been a playoff team last year. I don't think they're far off from being a playoff team this year.
Yeah, if things swing the right way for them, they'll playoff team again.
Christopher Morel?
I think they have too many outfielders as is, do they not?
I'm not really.
Morel's been DHing. They tried him at third because it's a cannon. Doesn't really work.
That doesn't work. I'm sorry.
Not a great fielder.
They also would need to sign Matt Chapman because they're looking for a third baseman right now.
Yeah.
True. I guess that doesn't make sense.
I'm just saying the teams that are kind of either trying to get rid of guys or in the like swap group that we're talking about, I can't think of a guy that fits. I thought Adames would have, but like they're not getting rid of Adames now because they're trying to compete this year.
Bregman's a free agent at the end of the year.
They're also trying to compete. I don't think they have an internal third base option.
No.
Like
Anthony Rendon loves baseball.
Yeah, but the Jays like semi-smart decisions.
Why though?
You're also taking on what 34, 32 mil a year for like 6 more years.
Yeah.
Or something stupid.
Maybe the move's not out there, but I don't know. I can see George being used as a piece is kind of my point here. Maybe it's not for a third baseman or something.
I don't see it happening now.
I could see it.
Dude, it's just...
You'd have to eat money off George or eat part of another, or like take
Eat
on
a
a bad
contract.
deal in return.
Yeah. Nolan Arenado.
Dude, they can win that fucking division if they try.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But I want him.
speaking of, we can all agree that Jay's Twitter was dumb the last few days, but it was also in. Okay, I was fucking segueing, but you're a dickhead. Go ahead.
I got one thing before that.
Kill
on
my
the free
segue.
agency thing. Sorry. I'll let you segue in a minute. With Justin Turner signed, there's another guy who I'm not a huge fan of, but like the reunion might make a little more sense now. Matt Chapman to come in and play third with Turner DHing. If Chappie has a decent year,
If
that
you give him a
lineup is
1-year deal,
killer.
I'm all over it.
It's fully dependent on the money and like,
Give him 1 year 35. I don't care.
2 years 40, 2 years 50. I don't think that kills you.
Yeah, but
1 year 50. I don't care.
It's Scott Boras.
Here, take our money.
I know, but have
Just
you
come
heard
try
any
it.
team offering Matt Chapman or in negotiations with Matt Chapman?
Speaking of,
I think.
have you heard the report? Apparently, that like I was watching Talking Baseball, and apparently, like one team has offered Blake Snow something.
Yeah, because he wants
so
7 years, 270.
It's fair. No.
One.
Like
Did you read the actual tweet?
it was like one team that was like gave him a legit offer, kind of
formal offer.
a formal offer.
So that what that means to me is he has negotiated with multiple teams.
They don't want him.
They've come in like, we're maybe in this range, you're maybe in this range, part ways, and then come back.
Because like that was an example, and they also like in that same thing they said Cody Bellinger hasn't gotten a formal offer yet. Yeah, that's because Scott Boras was like 8 years, 200 plus, and it's like, do you know who your client is?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The volatility.
This is not the year of Scott Boras.
It's not. It shouldn't.
Very not.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't hate circling back on Chapman at this point. I think you've brought in a bat who's better than Belt. You're kind of bringing back the same team. What are the odds Chappie has a season like that again? What are the odds Vladdy has a season like that again? I think they're both due to progress and improve. Like,
yeah,
I'm with you. I think the odds would probably tell you that Matt Chapman is arguably not going to do that again, or he'll be closer to what his career average is than what he was last year. And I think if you can get more towards his career average, then I think you're fine.
Chapman, the real question is, what is Matt Chapman closer to? April or the rest of the season?
Yeah,
I don't even need him to be my thing. Like,
I don't need him to be April. Just be fucking represent at the plate.
I would much rather him just be his season numbers over the entire season rather than just April and then nothing.
Some more homers would be good. The homer numbers weren't
a few more
there.
homers. I don't know what the average was. I think it could have been higher too, but you know what I mean?
But the numbers weren't there for anyone homer-wise.
But do that over the whole season and not just 1 month where you were the best player in the league. And I think we're looking at his season a lot differently too.
Yeah, you're right.
Before I segue, you brought up the home run numbers. Do you guys know who led the organization in home runs?
Yes.
Relvis Martinez?
No.
Damiano Palmagyan.
Young Davis.
Oh, yeah?
Davis Schneider with 21 in the minors and 8 on the big leagues with 29 led your organization.
What was it? Relvis 22, 23?
He was like 20 something. Yeah, he was low 20s, but close. Davis was all right. So
that's wild.
Like, okay, I'm gonna try the segue again. Fuck it. We all know that Jay's Twitter was a shit show the last few days, but you know what was a big shit show yesterday? Baseball video game and just baseball Twitter in general.
Yes.
Because Vladimir Guerrero Jr. got announced as the MLB The Show 24 cover athlete. And boy,
we narrowed down a little more. Because
everybody hate him.
Baseball Twitter as a whole, not huge on it, but there's a lot of smart people on baseball Twitter. They're like, hey, he's a very marketable star.
Marketing. But
in terms of Dominicans love the guy. They love the Guerrero family. His dad's a Hall of Famer.
Number one prospect. He just won the home run derby last year.
Yes.
Like, that's a huge star factor thing.
Very marketable person.
Star.
Yes.
Like, not necessarily playing wise last year, but like just the star power that he brings as a person.
And also the fact that the people that bring up it could have been Acuna, it could have been Julio.
Couldn't. Literally couldn't.
Literally couldn't because of a deal.
Mhm.
Because they've been on like mobile phone game covers, like
Yes.
as their athletes, and I think it was like a 3-year window where if you've been on the cover of something else, you can't be on the show.
Yeah.
So
It has to be 3 years of if you're on a game that's not MLB sanctioned or something, whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, this is better than, was it 2019 where they couldn't even figure out an athlete and they're like, we're going back to Griffey.
No, that was like
17.
17 was
17?
Griffey. 17 was Griffey.
Nine-
18 was no, actually
19 was
no.
Baez, was it not?
18 was Judge. 19 was Harper.
Harper.
20
sorry.
was Baez.
20 was Baez.
21 was Tatis. 22 was Shohei. 23 was Jazz Chisholm.
Also, considerably better than Jazz Chisholm.
Yep.
Considerably. Also, somewhat like Fuzzy, the YouTuber Fuzzy brought up this point of player. There's 10 players. The last 10 players to have 130 home runs and 130 OPS plus through age 24. Juan Gonzalez, Ken Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez, Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera, Giancarlo Stanton, Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, Juan Soto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Why are we acting like he's Kevin Biggio, people?
Now, let's clear this up here. Because I did say there's some smart people in baseball Twitter, Fuzzy being one of them. There is also an entire fan base of fucking inbreds.
Yankees fans, what?
You don't even have to hide it. I will straight up tell you that Yankee fans fucking suck. All of them.
A thing that was like Vlad is like he's an asshole, and it's like, no, you just don't like him because he doesn't like you.
Yes.
I don't think he's ever been an asshole. I think the only asshole you could say asshole thing he's ever said was, I am never playing in New York.
That's literally, and I don't think that's an asshole thing to say. They treated his dad like shit. Sorry, I don't want to play there.
The same reason Ken Griffey Jr. would never play for you. You treated Ken Griffey Jr. dad like shit. Like
it's not a hard thing to figure out, man. And the fact that they still won't shut up about it is just mind blowing.
Which is very ironic because the cover is him doing his iconic shush.
Yes, it's fantastic. I'm so happy.
The cover is really nice looking too.
Like, oh, it looks sick. I'm actually excited.
It's beautiful, dude. Like
I'm so happy that every time a Yankees fan wants to play MLB The Show this year, they have to see Vlad just shushing them as soon as they open the game. That is just, it gives me so much joy. And every single one of these tweets from every single one of these dumbasses that I see just makes me that much happier about it. Because I know they have to look at him for the entire year.
Brian, you remember for the last 2 years where we've said on this podcast, can we not be this not be the year of quotes? Vladdy said, let's make it a third. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on his 2024 season, and I quote, "This is my season."
Fuck it. Let's go, Vlad.
Fuck it.
I'm here. I'm done.
Because,
what are we going to do? We can't stop him from saying anything anymore, so let's just ride with it.
Do you want me to fuel the hopium?
Yeah. Bring it to me.
Hopium.
Yes. In a story done with ESPN, Vlad, one of the quotes Vlad said is, "I've said this since last year that this is my season, and that this is when people are going to know about me." He also said some of his struggles last year were due to injury.
Yes.
Let's see. Guerrero
so he's fine.
Another quote: Guerrero won the home run derby in July, fulfilling a childhood dream 16 years after his father did the same. Shortly after, Guerrero said he began to experience soreness in his right knee, an issue that necessitated an MRI on September 20th. His left wrist, which forced him to miss some time in May, was also an intermittent problem.
Perfect. I was going to say, because that doesn't really explain the struggles of the first half.
Someone did the stats.
Yeah.
Like, after that date.
Yeah.
Significantly, like.
Perfect. So
I think he went from I think before that he was batting like 280 to like 290, like doing really good. And then after that it was like 240. Like, so
Connor, you looked at the MVP odds today, right?
Yes, I did actually.
Do you have them up by chance?
I can.
I just want you to tell me the odds on Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Oh, I have.
And how much are we winning when we lay down $100?
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on FanDuel was plus 2,200.
Fantastic. So we're winning $2,200 this year because Vlad's healthy. Shohei's out of the
league.
What the fuck we call it? League? Is that what we call this side?
American and national.
I guess you got to say
specifically.
I know, but also the major leagues. That's a league.
Yeah. There's two of them. That's why they're called the major leagues. It's not
So what
called
do you
the
call the
National-
entire league? Like Trevor Bauer is out of the league. But Shohei Ohtani is not out of the league. He's just out of
He's
the
out of our league. There. With that.
Bit of the American
Regardless,
League.
Shohei Ohtani's out of the AL. Vlad's healthy. He's coming back with a vengeance. He's the cover athlete. He's going to hit 42 homers, 347, 1 dot OPS. Don't care what it is.
Was he Luis Ariz? With 45 bombs.
Yeah. MVP season
Did
inbound.
you say 347?
I might have. I don't even know what number I said.
You definitely did.
I was zoned out, but that
That's very
Yeah.
aggressive. Come to think of
Definitely
it.
did say 347.
347. Book it. Vlad MVP 2024. I'm in. I'm done hating
At
on
third
Vlad.
base.
Hey, at third base.
At third base. Gold
Make
glove.
Vlad
Gold glove.
third again.
Gold Glove, third base, Vladimir Guerrero.
okay. Now let's
Okay,
not
well.
get stupid.
Hey.
Platinum Glove, third base. Vladimir
Platinum
Guerrero
glove. Third baseman. Vladimir Guerrero. MVP. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 50
Bro,
home run guy.
Vladdy,
MV,
Vladdy
MV3B.
Vladdy
MV3B.
swipes 50 bags before he gets a platinum glove.
In a season or just
He's going to
career?
still
In a
50 this
season.
year too? That's fucking
If he's
nuts.
getting a
Acuna
platinum
who?
glove,
Vlad-
50
going
stolen
60, 70.
bases, 4.56 slash line, 55 homers, platinum glove, MVP.
Wild card exit.
Fuck's sakes, Connor.
wow.
World Series MVP,
Yeah.
Kevin Biggio, ladies and gentlemen.
The things I do.
No, I'm here. I'm hoping I'm
Yeah,
now
but
rooting
yeah.
for Vladdy harder than I ever have before, and I don't know why. I just something about seeing him on the cover and having him getting shredded
Because-
by these loser Yankee fans has been
because
like, you know what?
Justin-
Fuck it, shove it down their
Because
throats.
Justin Turner and IKF will not be the reason this team sucks.
No.
I can look at
Teams.
one guy and say that they can be the reason this team sucks, and that's about it.
I think it's just Vlad.
Yeah.
Speaking of sucks, Nate and
Mm.
Brant have to debate Kevin Biggio
Oh.
versus Santiago Espinal. So last week, at the very end of the podcast, we brought up that Nate and Brant love to debate on dumb baseball shit.
Dumb everything shit.
Everything. Namely one of them being the Diamondbacks batting order last year.
Mm.
And great. So
Joe was
now,
right.
now we're bringing this to the table to see how it goes. Their first debate topic is, as I put it in the last episode, verbatim as a quote: who is the better backup second baseman between Kevin Biggio and Santiago Espinal? And Nate is arguing for Kevin Biggio, and Brant, despite having three Kevin
See,
Biggio jerseys in the background, has to argue for Santiago.
The issue is, I don't think you ever put the caveat that Davis
Mm.
Schneider was starting at second base.
I did
so
put-
the
I said
my
better
issue
backup.
is, I agree. Yes, that is what you said. So I agree that Santiago Espinal is the better backup because
We literally
fucking
have the
Kevin
opposite sides
Biggio-
of what we should fucking be arguing right
No,
now.
because Kevin
It's the
Biggio is
worst
the
part.
motherfucking starting second baseman, not the backup.
Okay, so how we are gonna do? Okay, fine. The caveat is still there, motherfuckers. David Schneider is the
Starting.
starting
Got
second
it.
baseman.
Okay.
Now we're each going to have. You're each going to get a few. Say your piece.
Mm-hmm.
You will not be interrupted.
That's not true.
We will attempt to not interrupt you.
That's so not gonna be
It's
true.
also not true.
That's
Connor
not,
won't
not
interrupt
even
us.
gonna
I
try.
will not
Connor
attempt
won't
to
interrupt
interrupt.
us.
Nate will be an asshole.
Connor
about
won't
this.
interrupt either one of us.
We're gonna try and keep it relatively short and sweet because it's this debate topic, and it was kind of just thrown together. So, Brant,
No, I don't. Do I have to?
Yep,
the floor
because
is
you're looking at
yours.
stats right now too.
Because you're looking at Brant, the floor is yours.
Guys, I've had a week to do some research on this, and I did absolutely none. Obviously, my preferred side is not where I am right now, but I will figure this out. If you're looking for a backup second baseman, you need someone that can play solid defense, like Gold Glove level defense.
Did he do that last year?
we're talking about one season over the course of this guy's career. Also, they moved him around so much last year, the guy never got a chance to settle down as a second baseman. If you come into 2024,
when did
he played shortstop for like 20 games.
When? End of the season.
In somewhere in the middle.
When Bo was hurt.
He also played third a bunch.
July.
A couple times. Either way.
When?
A few times.
Nate,
the primary at-bats were at second base.
Let him land.
Yeah, but he didn't get a ton of primary at-bats at second base because they were using everyone else. Regardless. He
sucks.
If you lock him in, you can't just use he sucks as an argument. I know that. It's not. I'm not arguing that he doesn't suck, but he's the better defender at second base. Oh, I can't believe that. He has the ability to be the better defender at second base. We've seen him as an all-star candidate over the course of half a season. There's no reason to believe that he can't do that again.
I love this argument and the fact that you just fucked it because he was an all-star. He wasn't an all-star candidate.
He wasn't technically. He was a sub.
Was he on an all-star game roster?
Yeah, sure.
He did play in the all-star.
So then, yeah, he was an all-star, but he was a sub for an all-star, but he was still he played all-star level baseball for half a season. There's no reason to believe that he can't do that again. Kevin Biggio has never been an all-star. Never once.
How many?
He's also
MVPs
arguably
Santiago Espinal have.
Probably none. Definitely none. Well, we're not talking about AA. We're talking about the majors. And I think you have way more value, Jesus, English, if you use Kevin Biggio in other roles that aren't the backup second baseman. I think Cav serves more purpose as the fourth outfielder and your platoon with Justin Turner than he would be at second base.
Okay, are you done? So the
I was done when I started, dude.
The caveat on this is that Davis Schneider is playing second base, correct?
Right. Majority of yes.
Okay. What way is Davis Schneider hit?
Right-handed, and Santi's a right-handed bat. I know.
Okay.
This is why I don't want this side.
How many lefties do we have in our lineup currently?
Not many.
2. You know what the strong? Do you know what the strong side of the platoon is? Do either of you know what that means?
No, actually.
Left, yes.
Platoon. You platoon two players.
It's pronounced platoon, by the way.
Yeah,
fucking figure.
Yeah, it is. You platoon 2 players. One of them's getting the majority of the at bats because there are the majority right-handed pitchers.
Right. Okay.
So the strong side is your lefty because he's taking the most at bats. So he is the strong side of a platoon.
Yeah.
I think he's still moving around. If our caveat is that Davis Schneider is starting, Davis Schneider is probably playing 130 plus baseball games. So that leaves the backup second baseman 30 at second base. So Kevin Biggio plays 30 there, gets another probably 30 in the outfield, plays a bit of first and third, depending on who we bring in. Santiago Espinal doesn't even have a fucking role on this team. His role was to be Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. We just paid Isaiah Kiner-Falefa for 2 years to be on this team. He does what Santiago does, but better. I don't have anything else to say. I already won.
This is not fair.
See, we started this
point
because
makes the most sense.
We started this one because it's been our year-long debate.
See, but Nate and I can argue on things that we don't agree on, but like I am fully on Nate's side because my fucking side makes no sense.
I'm sorry that you guys fucking sprung this on me at the last 10 seconds of an episode.
I know. I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm still trying.
Well, now you've had a week to think about it.
I didn't think about it. I forgot we were doing it.
No, I mean, Connor has had a week to think about the next one.
I'm going to come back with something on that.
He hasn't thought about it at all. So
no, I have an idea, but I don't think I think you guys would. It's a topic you guys both agree on.
And
it's who's the worst run franchise between the Colorado Rockies and the Oakland A's. But
it's the Los Angeles Angels.
You know what?
I would argue as of like this morning, you could throw the motherfucking Baltimore Orioles in there.
You could.
Oh, you're right.
You could, very much so. But is that going to be our debate? Who is the worst run franchise? The Colorado Rockies and the Oakland A's?
Oakland wins everything.
Fair. Okay, so
no,
that was a brainstorm.
The Los Angeles Angels killed one of their own players.
Okay, so we were doing Colorado versus
literally
the Angels.
Killed him.
We could just each pick a team and argue why they're worse run.
Yes. Okay. Nate, who are you taking?
I'll go Baltimore.
Okay.
Up until prior to this
You need
ownership change that we're gonna.
If there is a caveat, that is your caveat.
Yes.
Up until the ownership change, which happened literally today as of recording.
Which I don't think is going to affect this season.
No.
So
Mine's
I
either
think
the
it's still
Angels or
valid.
the Marlins.
Okay. So you guys have a week. Pick your
Okay,
team.
now that our debate is dead,
Yes.
Santiago
Congratulations,
Espinal had a
Canadians.
-4 outs above average last year.
I know.
Fucking sucks, man.
Yeah. Okay. That's
I'm
great.
sure he's a great guy, but there's zero reason why he should be on the opening day roster.
Oh, yeah.
Zero reason.
Mm-hmm. Now, do we move into the head-to-head because I know Nate is very excited?
Yeah.
We can, or we can do it at the end. Doesn't matter to me.
Nah, we'll probably do it now.
Let's do it now.
Okay. Somebody. Oh, we've got numbers 1 to 24 here already. This is money. We just need one more. Okay. So this is new to me because I haven't had to do this yet. And it's kind of weird. So I have to host a head to head. I normally just like crush one of you two in it. So
Yeah.
we're going to see how this goes.
Because I mean, granted, I won on a very big caveat last week. We tied.
It was literally a tie.
It was a tie, and then I won the tiebreak. So
I wasn't going to guess Alomar, and I should have. So you can have that for sure.
okay.
Mhm.
So I've been thinking about this. And I think I got a fun one. We're
Okay.
going to do across Major League Baseball.
Mhm.
Who had the most home runs in the 2010s?
Oh my! You saw this on a what's it called video, and I know.
No, I didn't.
Okay, fair. So from 2010 to 2019 is the range.
Yep.
I'm okay. Oh no, Brant might actually win this one.
Yeah, you might.
There are 25.
Okay. So
We're going to do 5 strikes. And I'll give you hints. I don't know how I want to do it yet.
Okay. We'll just cross that when we get to it.
We'll go like team you think of, and then
position.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, we'll do. Do you guys want me to just say you each get 3 hints?
Yeah, I guess. Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to be on a different web page here, so you guys are gonna have to fill this in. I'll tell you where they're slotted in here.
Okay.
So for reference, number 1, 346 home runs. Number 25, 220.
Okay.
Connor, I believe you are first.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
finally.
King's Court. Shit, I forgot.
And I'm going to take my Trout.
Okay.
He is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Number 5. Okay.
Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols is number 4. 290 for Albert, 285 for Trout.
Julius.
I'm gonna take who I assume is number 1, Nelson Cruz.
Number 1, 346.
Edwin Encarnacion.
Number 2, 335. That actually surprised me.
I'm so used to putting Nate. I fucking put an N there. Okay. Oh no.
Guys, this isn't that hard.
Bryce Harper. Gotta be there.
Nope, Bryce Harper.
Connor, I got a fun one for you.
How many home runs did Bryce Harper have in his career? I thought he had more than 220.
What is Brant?
He's not on this list.
Okay, so
that's 1 strike for Connor.
That's bullshit, but okay.
Mark Trumbo. Really?
No.
If Mark Trumbo
Guys,
was on there,
He's
and Bryce
definitely
Harper
on there the
wasn't-
last time I seen it.
Okay.
2010 to 2019, you said, right?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
I put in 2010 specifically.
2010 to 2019. Oh my.
2010s or 2010?
2010. My child was playing 2010. Alex Rodriguez.
No.
He
Didn't you retire
played
in like
for
13?
7 of those years. Don't do
No.
this.
No, he was also suspended for 162 games out of one of those seasons.
Yeah.
Boys, this is
I'm
not
done risking.
hard.
No, it's Giancarlo Stanton.
Yes, number 3, 308. We've rounded up top 5, I believe.
Yes. No, he's been shit. Miguel Cabrera.
8,
I was about to say.
268.
David Ortiz.
Yep. 23.
20,
Least games played on this list. He
Okay.
had 224.
When did he come up? Freddie Freeman?
Yep. 227, one above Ortiz. What's that? 22, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a few. Now I can't fucking think of them.
I'm trying to think of guys.
Guys, this isn't that hard.
No, I know. Oh, Jose Bautista.
Yes, number 6. 285.
Okay. Shit. Nolan Arenado.
He is on here. I just saw him. 20.
Okay.
He's tied with Freeman and one other.
Okay.
What do we got strikes wise here? Do you guys each have 2?
One each. Oh, you have 2?
I'm at 2. Brant's at 1. So
2010 to 2019. That can't be right.
Oh, okay. I have it going. Okay.
There are multiple current players still.
I know.
Kicking on
That's
here.
The problem I'm going through right now is like I keep thinking of guys, but I can't remember if they hit enough homers in that fucking decade. Give me Josh Donaldson. No.
Nope.
See, that's where my fucking
2
I
strikes
know the
apiece
name,
here,
Brant, but
lads.
I know the name that I think you want to say.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna say it because
I don't think you do.
Joey Votto.
He is one above Arenado, so 19. 231.
Okay.
Josh Hamilton.
No.
When did he fucking hit?
No.
No.
Pretty
That
sure he
was
was
the
in the
one that I was
Players
thinking.
Assistance Program for multiple
That's
years.
kind of what my concern was.
It's 3 strikes for Brant. Okay.
Hold on.
Don't Google shit. What are you doing?
I'm not Googling it.
I was about to say because you were like,
No, I'm scrolling to see how much we have left.
okay.
I need to see the teams. I can't think of fucking anyone.
There is a lot left here, boys.
I don't know.
I know he was Andrew McCutcheon.
24.
I have 3 strikes right now.
Yes.
You both? Or no, Connor has 2.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I'm just getting all the fucking like 20 and below.
He didn't play early enough. That doesn't make sense.
Just say it.
You guys still have 3 hints here, boys.
Yeah, but we're.
But like, how do you get a hint here? Like, what is?
Just say you want a hint.
Yeah, but I
You
just
don't
want
need
a
a
hint.
specific
Hey,
position.
I want a hint.
Okay. You've guessed 1 Hall of Famer on this list so far, I think. There's another one.
Okay. I know who it is.
I say I want a better hint.
I know.
Man,
I know who
they
Hall of Famer is.
retired. Obvious, like this is not that hard.
I know who this is.
I would hope so. He obviously played a good portion of the 2010s to retire. It is 2024 now.
Mm-hmm. All good points.
Connor, you know who it is?
I think.
Curtis Granderson.
He is on the list
Yeah.
here.
Oh my god! What a fucking bull! It's not
13. 242.
Yeah, I know he had a lot like early in the 20s.
Okay.
2010s.
The player that I think Nate is thinking of is Adrian Beltre.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh,
He is tied
thought
with
I said that
Arenado and
already.
Freeman.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Compiling.
thought I said Adrian Beltre like 10 minutes ago.
We are compiling. All right. Curtis Granderson was a really
Oh
good get.
my
I was
God.
not gonna-
Chris Davis?
Yes, he
Fuck
is
me,
number
man.
9, 257.
name. That I remember ever.
Also, I saw a thing today. He has the worst WAR since like ever for a full season.
Yeah, because he started like
Negative
0 for
3.3.
He started like 0 for 60 something.
Negative
when the year-
3.3 WAR, I believe.
Okay. When did he debut? Manny Machado.
I was gonna say that too.
Did we say him already?
He doesn't, right? Okay, I was
Nope.
gonna say him earlier, but I'm
That's
like, he's
three
not
each.
enough of a home run guy before the 2020s. That's where my head
Like,
went.
because he played in the majority of the 2010s, if I'm remembering right. Like,
Yeah, but like the lowest games played on this list is 957 for
Okay.
Ortiz.
all right, okay, that's fair. You're right. That's fair. Okay. I feel like we're gonna see whoever gets more strikes before five.
Mhm. Oh, for sure.
You guys still have hints here.
For sure.
I'm trying not to use them. That's my thing.
I'm trying to use them, but I'm trying to fucking think of literally anyone. Can I ask like specific hints?
Sure.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna, but I just wanted to know if that was a possibility.
Mhm.
You want like a team for a guy? Like I can do that if you want.
How many? We have like 15 to 16 spots left, no? Oh, we actually don't have as many as I thought we did.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh,
I believe there are still 4 active. Yeah, you haven't guessed 4 guys yet. Yeah.
2010 to 2019.
Does he have 200?
Did
4
any
active players.
did any of the remaining players win MVP?
One for sure. 2. I don't think this guy won one, but he should have.
Thanks.
Oh,
It's a pretty egregious one from the 2010s, but
I got it.
left 1, 2,
Two?
2.
Two on the board, huh?
Yes, sir.
What if I say one? I think I give the other one away. Fuck.
I think the toughest one on this list is number 7.
Okay.
Ryan Braun?
Ryan Braun is one of your 2 MVPs.
But where's Ryan Brown in here?
I'm questioning
14.
14. Okay. See, because you
Right
said
after
Ryan.
Grandy.
Because you said Ryan Braun.
I know what the other side is,
I think I want to say the other side of that,
but I don't know if he did.
I don't know if he did either. I'm not gonna be the one to bite the bullet for you, Brant. Fuck off. I'm not gonna do that. Jim Tomei.
Bro, the fuck? Why are you guessing guys that played half a decade?
Fucking no, dude. Is it right?
No, he was probably in the Hall of Fame in the 2010s.
Okay, that's 4 for me. I'm on my last
I
one.
have one more hint left.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this in the dumbest way possible. Did one of the remaining guys date Rihanna?
That's so specific, and I don't think Nate knows that.
I don't.
You don't?
Uh,
It doesn't help.
Nate.
I'm Googling. I put an MLB player to date RHI. I spelled it wrong, but the first thing rhinos. What the fuck? Oh,
Yo,
Yes.
who dated you?
Oh,
Matt
you
Kemp.
I know you motherfucker.
he's number 25. That was the Braun year, correct?
Yeah, where he should have won.
I wasn't sure if he had enough homers to be on the list.
220.
Damn it.
Okay.
Okay.
What a great hint, huh?
That's so dumb.
Oh. Shit. No, it's too early.
So between Votto and Braun here, there are 2 active players still. And there's still another
total?
MVP on this list who is active. There are 3 active. One
Three
of them
active,
has an
one
MVP.
of them's an MVP. Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say you, but I know for a fact.
No, I'm not on there.
No, I know. I'm thinking of a player, and I know for a fact he does not have 220 something home runs in the decade.
Number 7 is the hardest, and I don't think you guys are gonna get there.
Okay, I'm gonna use my first hint because I kind of have to at this point. Of the MVP, how many MVPs did you say were left?
1.
Was that MVP a
Get
National
blocked in
League
your phone.
MVP?
Yes.
Sorry, what was the question? I missed it.
NL MVP.
The MVP.
NL MVP.
Yep.
Oh, dude, he was not a power hitter in the early 2010s, but fuck, did he have a good couple years in the late 2010s? Shit. I don't want to be the guy to lose to Brandt. Like, that's my thing here. I don't want to be the guy to lose to Brandt.
Yeah, you
But, like,
This will be the first time somebody goes out on strikes too. Brant, are
Okay.
you at 3?
Yeah, I'm at 3.
okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna use a second hint just to make like.
You need a second hint on the same guy?
Yes. Did this guy bat? Did the NL MVP bat left-handed?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think we're thinking the same person, and I'm on the same thought process as you are.
Please look it up for me, Nate. Please.
I am. He's a lefty.
If he's not, I'm fucked.
No. No, he's not a lefty.
Oh, I'm screwed then. Oh, I'm screwed.
You're thinking Yelich?
Mm-mm. Oh, you were thinking Yelich.
No.
Because he did have like 40 home run seasons in late 2010. So I'm just like, maybe.
No, that's not who I was thinking at all.
Connor, there are 3 active players.
I'm well aware of your statement, Nate.
This MVP was not long ago.
I know exactly who it is. Or I think I know exactly who it is.
There's no way I could. No, he fucking played. He started playing like 2016. There's no way.
If
You guys
Connor
want
gets
positions?
eliminated, can I use his hint?
Sure.
Okay.
I can't use my.
Do you guys want positions for all these players?
No.
No.
No. He's 1 strike away. We're not doing that. Also, he went first.
Shit. God, mother.
Did you seriously just use 2 hints on
And
Christian
still
Yelich?
doesn't know.
I really did because I thought he would be. No, there's no way that he. He's not an MVP. He's not an MVP, but fuck, he had really good.
You see what losing to me does to someone's brain?
This is wild.
Just keep in mind, I have 7 concussions to my name.
JD Martinez.
Yes. He's the one above Votto. He's tied with Votto.
Okay.
Paul Goldschmidt.
There you go. He's number
The fucked up thing is, I thought
12, right in front of Grandy.
I thought Paul Goldschmidt when I was saying Arenado, and I'm just like, maybe I could sneak it, but like, okay.
Now I don't know.
What do we got left here?
7, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17. Okay, let's try and.
Ooh, 10 and 11 are tough. 7, 10, 11.
Okay.
15 and 16. 16 and 17 are both still active.
Okay.
Connor, you still have one more hint.
I'm fucking
Brent,
well aware. Nate.
Don't you have one hint too?
No,
or
I
you-
used my
you
my
don't?
last one on Rihanna.
I am well aware of my lack of hints. Okay.
What were my? Well, the first one I just said, give me a hint.
Every guy that I'm
That was
thinking
the
of,
dumbest one.
literally every guy that I'm thinking of debuted in like 2016. Like,
Think of old guys then.
Babe Ruth.
no, he retired in 2016. Fuck.
Don't think he did.
No,
He was alive in 2016.
No, I know. No, not Babe. Obviously not Babe Ruth.
Maybe 1916.
You know what? I'm just gonna hope that this dude still hit more than 200 some odd home runs. I'm gonna die on the sword that because he is one of my favorite players of all time, and I hated what happened to him. Prince Fielder.
No.
See, I was gonna guess it earlier.
So
Connor's still at a hint?
this is a Brant win.
Yeah, it
He
was
does
Brant.
have a hint.
Regardless of whether or not I
So
get anything else
do
from
we
here,
want
right?
to play it out? I'll give you the teams for these.
I still have 2 things to get wrong here.
Oh,
and
you
I'm
got 2
taking
strikes
Connor's
here.
hint. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Um,
just go, man. Hurry up, make it quick.
No, I want this to last. I want to soak this one in. I feel like this is a dumb question to ask.
Can I give you a hint? I have a good one.
Yeah, can you?
There are multiple steroid suspended players on this list. You've got one of, I believe there's only 2 suspended. No, 3, because Cruz was 2.
There's 3 on the list total.
There's one left that was
Oh.
served a PED suspension.
That makes me think Manny, but there's no way it was Manny.
No.
Okay, I looked up the list.
Hmm.
I'm going to actually shoot something. I said Bryce Harper earlier, Nate.
Okay.
He is off by 1 fucking home run.
You're
He's
so good at that,
219.
He had 219.
I had to pay to unlock more people, so
Oh, you paid?
No. I got to 25. It gave me 25,
I was gonna say,
and I was
like,
like, I'm not paying for the
You could
rest
have
of
just
this
used
list.
mine.
219.
I don't want
Okay,
this to be my hint, but is there a guy with the same name as another guy on the list? Spelled a little differently?
Like, same last name or first name?
No,
Oh,
same
that's
both
so
names, but the first name
weird.
spelled differently.
No, he's not
Okay.
on here.
So the other Chris Davis isn't on the list.
Oh,
Okay, that's
Oh,
where my
check out
head has been for
Brant.
like half this game.
Brant, you're getting maybe one of these guys. I just looked up.
Oh, really?
You're
It's
getting
that
one.
bad?
I think you should get the 2 active.
Okay.
I also think you should get the hint I already gave you.
Mhm.
These guys he doesn't think about. So that's
What hint you already gave me? Sorry. Oh, the steroid guys. I can't
The
think of
steroid
anyone
one
that's
is
been.
obvious.
I know, and I just. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. Sorry, I was gonna say fucking Tatis for a second there, but that
Right,
doesn't make any
final
sense.
hint. Nate, the final hint. was- I have it if you need it.
Okay.
Fuck, man.
I have a good final hint to give that one away.
I
Which
do
one?
too. I think
I'm just gonna say one name, and he's gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
no. I have a thing that he's a part of.
Cargo.
No. You got one guess left.
Thought he might have raked enough in that
One
one.
strike left.
I can't think of any.
Don't
fucking
tell Brant
steroid
because I'm gonna
users.
give him the teams he'll think of them with.
Okay.
I want to see if he can get them.
You're gonna give them to me after I lose or before I lose?
Well, I want to see if you can get it first. I'm
Okay.
not gonna give them to you right away.
I have one hint left. Can you give me the team that the
No,
steroid
you
guy
just
played for?
use your hint.
When did I use it? Oh, I did. No, that didn't count.
You're gonna think of him on
The Yankees.
one team, but he played for 4 or 5. But you're gonna think him as a Yankee.
Think of him as it's not A-Rod.
No.
Alfonso Soriano? That wasn't the steroid guy, but was he not? Or he was not around that
We
many of the
both suck. I don't
2010s.
count this as a win for Brant.
Who am I thinking of then?
I don't know.
Brant.
Who's
Brant.
the steroid?
Brant.
Edwin Diaz.
He's Brant. He's the face of Nate's favorite non-MLB baseball league.
This is also true. Bro, Edwin Diaz is a hint and face of the Baseball United.
Edwin Diaz, bro. What the fuck kind of hint is
He
that?
was traded with Edwin Diaz
Hmm.
for Jared
Oh, it's
Kelman.
Robinson Cano.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, and I guarantee. Okay, I'm just gonna read.
As soon as
No,
once
I
I
wanna
clued
give
into
the
his
teams.
favorite baseball league thing, I knew
Yeah.
it was Robinson Cano.
Number 7, you're going to think of as a Cincinnati Red.
I hate that I didn't think of this.
I would not have got that one.
I wouldn't have either. But Brant,
My-
who's the one guy? Who's the one guy you think of on the Reds other than Votto?
Adam Dunn for some reason.
Outfielder,
Another outfielder,
right fielder,
left-handed,
thick boy.
number 32.
Played for the Yankees, Mets.
2 first names.
Jay Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
Really?
Number 7.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you the other ones we're missing, or do you
I
want
think
to
Jay
guess?
Bruce is who I was thinking of when I thought of Trumbo.
Some of the rest of these don't make sense to me.
Do you want to guess or do you want me to tell you?
Just give me some hints. I'll figure them out.
Arizona Diamondback.
Had a brother that played with the Jays.
Yes.
Oh, Justin Upton.
251 is foul
Baltimore.
territory.
Sorry, what was that?
Foul territory. He's the guy on foul territory.
It's not Eric Kratz. I don't watch enough foul territory to know who the hell's on it.
Baltimore Orioles, face of that franchise.
Adam Jones?
Yep.
I was going to say it so long ago and I forgot.
And then it's just the last two.
I believe so.
Man, Tampa Bay Rays home run over
Evan Longoria?
that short porch. Yep.
Yeah, all these names crossed my mind too, and I'm pissed that I didn't say them.
Last guy, home run off of Tim Mesa in Game 2 of the 2022 playoffs.
Game 2 of we were there.
You were there.
Carlos Santana. I wouldn't have got that one.
I'm
but
pissed that I didn't think of like.
I literally was gonna say Longoria, Jones, and there's a couple others in that little list there that I knew, but it was a good one, Nate.
Congratulations, Brant.
I thought it would have been a lot easier than it was.
I think the thing that stumped me was trying to think of guys that hit them in that decade. Because like mentally I was like Mookie Betts.
That's why I was like, I wanted to make it a little tough, but
the amount of times I was like, Aaron Judge, no. Mookie Betts, no. Christian Yelich, no. Like Cody Bellinger, no.
I was struggling to figure out who was in that
like
run
Ortiz.
there.
Ortiz was the only one who played under 1,000 games.
And that was the other thing too, is I'm like, well, did Ortiz hit enough in that decade to be a part of it? I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, but okay. Congratulations, Brant. I lost. Yeah, I suck.
Yeah, but we love having you anyways.
Yeah, okay. Now let's run through these.
Hey, congrats, Connor. You're the first person to ever lose to Brant.
On a 2010s home run thing too. That's what like
you were alive.
But like the names I was guessing weren't like completely okay. Jim Thome was very far fetched, but like fucking.
What was the other one? You thought Christian Yelich.
I see.
What was
Matt Kemp on this list?
Like I said, Prince Fielder.
He's number 25. He's the last one.
Oh,
like
it's on the next page.
Like I said, Prince Fielder. I said Bryce Harper, who was
Fielder was a good one. I was going to say Prince Fielder.
Away. Like
no, but
I probably would have said Harper.
You guessed another one that was real weird. I forget who it was.
Jim Thome.
Yeah, but other than Thome, there was another one.
There was another one that was kind of weird. Oh, trust me, dude.
A-Rod's a tough one too.
I was going even weirder in my head. Like I'm like Carlos Quentin. No, like
I thought Cargo would have done it.
Like, dude, I told you I was like in my head for some reason. It's like it's either like 2019 to now, and then 2012 and before. There's a gap between like 16 or like 13.
Yeah, just fuck the years the Jays were actually good.
Like, okay, other than the Jays, like my league knowledge like, at that point is just a like gap of remembrance.
I was this close to saying George Springer at one point, but that just didn't make sense.
Came in like 15.
That's kind of where I'm like, he did.
You have really good. Okay. Anyway, Jock Peterson went to the Diamondbacks.
The Jays pushed hard for Jock Peterson.
Yeah, they've been pushing hard for a lot of things. Katie. But yeah,
I wouldn't have hated him here, but I would prefer Justin Turner.
Yeah.
I think Justin Turner is a better hitter. I don't care about lefty righty if you're getting the better player. Mm-hmm. If it's two equal players, go for the lefty at this point.
Yes. David Robertson. It's all a bunch of relievers. David Robertson to Texas, doing the thing. Texas, get your bullpen. Hector Neris to the Cubs. Cubs fans, how you feeling? Oh boy, that offseason sucks.
Interesting. That Robertson got like $3 or $4 more million than Neris.
Yeah, Neris got
Neris was gross last year. I didn't realize it, but
Robertson was great too.
He was not. He lost the closer role when he went to.
He was
Marlins.
bad in Miami, but like, where was he before that? Phillies or
the Mets?
The Mets, yeah. Okay.
Also, good for him. He represents himself.
Does he actually?
I think he's the only player in Major League Baseball
getting paid. Okay, Adebot Avino to the Mets. Cool. Great.
Wasn't he already a Met?
Yeah, but he was free. I think his deal was up.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so he just resigned.
And then our second last piece of news: Marlins have semi-new jerseys. They look interesting. I do
they're the same.
They're the same.
I'm so tired of the Marlins doing new jerseys.
Why?
This is like the fourth new jersey in like 8 years?
No. They've been
When were they orange?
Orange was like 2016.
2012?
Like,
2011?
the change, okay, I guess the change is kind of recent, but like they're keeping the same color scheme. They're just changing up some of the jerseys.
Yeah, I don't think that really counts as a change to me. Same as like, didn't the D-backs change the color scheme slightly?
They
And then
went from like
changed it
remember,
back.
you talked about like the sand color to like now they're just using the teal
Yeah.
majority of the time. Like
The Diamondbacks
and
do it too much too.
and a change that
Leave it alone.
the Nationals did, they changed up their road jerseys. I don't like the road one. It does not
What's the
look good.
difference? It looks the exact same as the other one to me.
It like I think it's the block. I think it's the lettering.
The
Like,
lettering's definitely different.
Okay.
the lettering is block lettering and it just doesn't look great. But the other one is a buttonless pullover.
I like it.
I
like it a
the
lot.
pullover like
with
a lot.
the Capitol building and a W on
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah.
left side.
The curly W's gone
I-
from the jerseys.
I
Yeah.
really like it's on this side still.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this jersey a lot. I think a pullover when done well looks really good. If you haven't seen this one, I would recommend checking it out. I think it's a very well done jersey.
I would actually buy
I
it.
think it's one of the nicer ones we've seen in a while in terms of jersey
Yeah.
releases.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just everything's crisp about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even the neckline, like I like the way it's got the 3 stripes. Like
Mhm.
it's nice. I like it.
DC logo on the arm, like
Mm-hmm.
it's good.
When even like the Capitol building with the W, like with the 2
It's
stars,
a
like I think
cool
it's
logo.
a nice logo.
It is a
Yeah.
cool logo. I like it.
It's
Throw
all
on a
super
hat.
simple. Like it's not in your face
I-
overdoing it.
I kind of hope that they have that logo on their hat with this jersey.
Mhm.
I genuinely
like-
buy this jersey if they had
yeah.
a player that I would actually wear.
What's the Stone Garrett? I'd buy a Stone Garrett.
So they
jersey.
had Stone Garrett in the jersey. Dude, his arms are fucking
Yeah, he's massive, dude. He's just
huge.
brick house.
Like
If they had like the navy blue with like the white front panel with that
Yeah.
logo on it, I think.
I was thinking the same thing, but that's kind of the exact same idea you're getting with the jersey.
Wait, what do you mean?
Just like color scheme wise, it's like the exact same. I think that might look.
Maybe they do the white with the front blue panel.
like
I'm thinking red,
Ooh,
like red
Might
around the
look
back,
off.
white front panel. It might.
Okay. They could play
Um,
with it.
I brought it up briefly when we were talking about debate topics for next week, but the Orioles have new ownership, and I think this is actually amazing for them.
it's
I think it is
Great for
very
them.
bad for us.
great for
Great,
them.
yeah.
Fucking disastrous for the Jays. Like
It's
I don't-
disastrous for the AL East. Let's not just rope
I
ourselves.
think it's
into that.
disastrous for the AL.
mhm. Because
Like
this team
they've got a hell of a farm system.
Mhm.
That being said, we don't know what this ownership's going to actually spend to,
No.
but
it's more than getting James
More than
McCann and
nothing.
Kyle Gibson.
Angelo still has 40. No, they got 40%. He only had 70%, so he still has 30%, I think. So is it Peter Angelos?
John.
I believe. No, but Peter's the son who is like the managing owner, I guess you call it, or whatever.
Yeah.
But John is like on his deathbed from the sounds of it. So once he passes away, then these new guys take the full 70. But he still has 30 as of now.
Can't do much with 30 though.
It still affects how they're going to spend, I think,
Yeah.
a little bit. But I think this is good for baseball. Anytime teams are actually willing to spend and aren't saying, "Oh, we're going to have to up ticket prices if you want to see these guys here for a long time."
That's exactly what they said.
No, I know, but I think this is good because
Yeah.
they should be spending now, right?
Yeah,
like,
I think this would be fantastic if the same thing happened to John Fisher.
it's not going to.
No.
Everyone's talking about that, like how he needs to sell. He's not going to sell.
No,
Like,
he has no
wanted
reason to.
move.
It makes him money.
He makes money. Yeah, like
It's the worst. It's the worst. But this
He's
sucks.
literally pocketing. Like, they did a rough calculation on foul territory the other day, and they figured like with TV revenue and collective bargaining, he's got to be making close to $100 million last year. They said
Fisher?
Yeah.
Good for him, man. What a fucking
before paying players, obviously, but they spent
Yeah.
like $12 million on players, so shit don't fucking matter.
Pretty sure the Mets paid for their players.
Probably.
I hate it, man. Hate it so much. No, this kind of sucks for the Blue Jays because the my biggest I don't know the word I'm looking for. The best thing coming out of the Orioles before yesterday, today, whenever it was that you kind of knew they weren't keeping this entire roster together because they weren't going to pay them. Now there's a chance. I hate that.
Especially if they do it now, like they could kind of go the Atlanta model and lock a bunch of these guys up. I don't know if you're getting Adley super cheap or Gunner at this point, but like you could throw Jackson Holiday a bone, whether he takes it or not. His dad is a borderline Hall of Fame player.
Yeah.
By borderline, I mean he was on a ballot, so he's made some money.
You could argue you could get Gunner to do it.
Maybe.
The problem,
it just happened with Detroit. Like I didn't put it in the thing, but they're one of their top prospects.
Yeah, but that's a top prospect, not a guy who just came off a Rookie of the Year. It's a little bit different. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Depends on the type of guy he is. If he believes in himself, like you look at Bo Bichette, like when we had Bo in the minors, you think Bo's signing a X amount of deal, like 30 million over 7 years or whatever some of these guys are signing? No,
I think the difference too is a lot of like Bo, Vlad, I would say maybe Jackson too. They have rich parents, very rich parents,
and they know how good they are.
So they can bet on themselves and say they blow out their knee and they never play baseball again. It doesn't really matter because they can just fall back and they have money, like they have family money they can just kind of rely on.
If you're a Gunner though, you're telling me you're not betting on yourself. I think if
I think so. I would think so. But if you come to Gunner tomorrow and you say, "Hey, we'll give you 10 years,
the J-Rod deal or whatever,"
yeah,
something similar to
10
that.
years, 185.
I'm just saying the
200.
price has gone up quite a bit.
Yeah. I just think it's possible, and then I think Adley's a little too far gone for it. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's all.
I believe so.
No other final thoughts before we get out of here?
No.
Hey, we're like a week or so away from everyone reporting to spring training in the best shape of their lives.
Yeah. Everyone's on their fitness journey right now, according to Twitter.
It's the same every year. It is what it is.
Do the Blue Jays sign someone before the next episode?
No.
I
think they make another move, yeah.
I mean, technically, yes, because we haven't signed Yariel Rodriguez, technically.
Or Vlad.
So, yeah.
When's Vlad's ARB case?
I don't know, but it's got to be before spring training, I think.
I think they started this week.
Is it? So it's very likely that we sign someone by next week.
Yeah.
I'm saying other than those two, like outside the organization signing, which I guess technically Rodriguez is. I think they make another move before next week.
Just had visa issues, so it's like
I think we all knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, like
I can't understand why.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Everything you need is linked in the description below. We appreciate having you. Yeah. See you next week. Cheers.
Peace.